Hello everyone. Today we will study elasticity of demand, which is very important topic in your paper 3 of CSET, Economic and Business Environment. So let's start. So first thing we'll understand is elasticity of demand. What does this elasticity means? It is basically defined as responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in one of the variables on which demand depends. So as we have studied the determinants of demand, there are three basic variables of demand. These are prices of elasticity, prices of related commodities, and consumers' own income. So if income of consumer changes, or if price of commodity changes, or if price of related commodity changes, there will be change in demand. So elasticity of demand measures the quantum with which the demand changes with the change in any of these three variables. Therefore, elasticity of demand is change in quantity demanded of a commodity with the change in variables or change in one of the determinants on which demand depends. That can be price of commodity, can be related commodities, or it can be consumers' income. So, if we want to measure the responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in price, then we'll use price elasticity of demand. If we want to measure responsiveness of quantity demanded to change in price of related commodities, then we'll measure it through cross elasticity of demand. And if we want to measure the responsiveness of quantity demanded to consumers' income, then we'll measure it through income elasticity of demand. We'll understand all these three types of elasticity in the later part of video. This picture clearly defines what elastic demand is. Suppose if a price of a Coca-Cola is $1, a consumer is purchasing it happily. But once the price is increased from $1 to $3, the consumer has made a decision to not to purchase it. This is because the elasticity of demand of Coca-Cola is very high, means the consumers are responding highly to the change in price. If the price of a Coke is increasing from $1 to $3, the demand for a commodity is reducing drastically, and therefore we can say that demand for a Coke is elastic. Similarly, in case of milk, if the price of milk is $0.80 and it has increased to $2.40, but here the consumer has to purchase milk because it is an essential commodity. They cannot live without milk. And therefore, we can say the elasticity of demand for milk is inelastic. Therefore, elasticity of demand depends upon the nature of product. So, higher the elasticity of demand means consumers are more responsive to change in variables affecting demand. These variables are price, price of related commodity, and income of the consumer. अब हम आते हैं टाइप्स ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी. जैसा कि मैंने अभी एक्सप्लेन किया, there are basically three important ingredients affecting the demand of the commodity, and therefore we study elasticity of demand in the form of price elasticity, income elasticity, and cross elasticity. Elasticity means changes in quantity demanded in response to change in price of the related commodity. Now we'll understand price elasticity in detail. So, as we have defined elasticity of demand, in a same way we'll define the price elasticity, that is, change in quantity demanded for a commodity in response to change in its price, provided other determinants remaining constant. Other determinants are income and price of related commodity. So, in order to measure the price elasticity, we'll use a formula change in percentage of quantity demanded in response to change in price, that is divided by percentage change in price. How we'll calculate this? Change in percentage change in quantity demanded can be calculated as change in quantity divided by original quantity into 100. Similarly, percentage change in price can be can be calculated as change in price divided by original price into 100. And this formula gets converted into change in quantity divided by original quantity multiplied by original price divided by change in price. So, if we need to calculate price elasticity of demand, we need to calculate first percentage change in quantity demanded, then we'll calculate percentage change in price, and then we'll divide percentage change in quantity demanded to percentage change in price. And similar in case of price elasticity, if we want to measure income elasticity, we'll replace this percentage change in price with percentage change in income. And if we need to measure gross elasticity, we'll replace this percentage change in price with percentage change in price of related commodity. So there are basically five types of price elasticity of demand. Those are perfectly elastic demand, perfectly inelastic demand, relatively elastic demand, relatively inelastic demand, and unitary demand. So first, perfectly elastic demand. In case of perfectly elastic demand, it means the price of the commodity is highly influencing the demand of the commodity. Means demand of the commodity can fall to zero even with a small rise in price. Therefore, we say the demand of a commodity can go to infinity with a small reduction in price. Therefore, price elasticity can be measured. The value of price elasticity in the case of perfectly elastic demand will be infinite. But perfectly elastic is just an imaginary thing and it can not exist in economy. And similarly, there is perfectly inelastic demand where there is no change in the demand of a commodity with the change in its price, and therefore the price elasticity in this case will be zero. Let's understand it in the form of curve. So this left diagram shows perfectly elastic demand. So slightest change in price of the commodity can affect the demand to go to infinity, and therefore demand curve here will be a straight line parallel to x-axis. In this right diagram, there is a perfectly inelastic demand, which means the demand for a commodity is totally irrelevant to the price of the commodity. Price can go from anywhere, can increase from X to Y, can decrease from Y to X, but demand for a commodity will be irrelevant, and therefore, in this case, a demand curve is parallel to Y axis. Now we'll understand the more realistic kind of elasticity, price elasticity of demand. In case of relatively elastic demand, proportionate change in demand is greater than proportionate change in price of the product. Means if the price of the commodity, a less change in price of the commodity cause a bigger change in quantity demanded. And in this scenario, we can say the demand for a commodity is relatively elastic. चलिए इसे अब हम ग्राफ के फॉर्म में समझते हैं. एक कमोडिटी थी, उसका प्राइस P0 था. अब वो प्राइस कम होके P1 हो गया है. बट ये इतने चेंज इन प्राइस की वजह से the quantity demanded Q0 से Q1 हुई है. And therefore we can see the quantity demanded has changed drastically with the small change in price. जैसे कि मैंने explain किया था beginning में कि price of a coke is highly elastic. A small change in price causes a drastic change in demand. And in case of inelastic demand, which was the case of milk, even the highest change in price caused a very less change in quantity demanded, which is called relatively inelastic demand, where the percentage change in demand is less than percentage change in price of the product. As explained in the form of graph, change of price from P0 to P1 is bigger. Change in quantity demanded from Q0 to Q1 is very less in comparison to change in price. For example, if the price of the product increases by 30% and demand for a product decreases only by 10%, we can define it as relatively inelastic demand. Now, fifth form of price elasticity is unitary elastic demand. In this case, proportionate change in demand is exact equal to proportionate change in price. Means change in price from P1 to P2 causes change in quantity from Q1 to Q2, and we can see, as it is evident from the graph, that change in price is exactly equal to change in quantity demanded, and therefore it is called a unitary elastic demand. And in this scenario, value of price elasticity will be 1. Now, since we have understood the elasticity of demand, types of elasticity of demand, and even the types of price elasticity of demand, we'll now understand what are the factors affecting the price elasticity of demand. First and most important factor is price level. If the price of the commodity changes, its quantity demanded changes, as we have understood, and the responsiveness of demand to the change in price will be measured in the form of elasticity. Second factor which affects the elasticity is availability of substitutes. So quantity demanded of the commodity will depend upon the response to quantity demanded of a commodity will depend upon the availability of substitute. Suppose अगर X commodity का जो रिस्पॉन्स है चेंज इन क्वांटिटी इन रिस्पॉन्स टू चेंज इन प्राइस उसके अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ सब्सटीट्यूट्स पे डिपेंड करेगा अगर एक्स कमोडिटी के वाई जेड एंड मल्टीपल सब्सटीट्यूट्स आर अवेलेबल इन दैट सिनेरियो इसकी प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी हाई होगी क्योंकि कंज्यूमर्स शिफ्ट होने लगेंगे दूसरे प्रोडक्ट्स पे उसके सब्सटीट्यूट प्रोडक्ट्स पे तो स्मॉल चेंज इन प्राइस भी बिगर चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड लाएगा प्रोडक्ट एक्स के लिए and therefore availability of substitute is very important factor affecting the price elasticity of demand. Another factor is time period. So over a period of time, consumer starts adjusting their needs and therefore the demand will become more elastic. So initially, suppose if there is a change in price of a milk, initially it is a very necessity product of necessity for the consumers. But when price keeps on increasing, consumers will start finding some substitutes. And once they have found substitutes, over a period of time, the demand for a milk may become elastic. Consumer may start buying less quantity of milk and more the substitutes which they have found for replacing milk. And therefore, over a period of time, elasticity of a demand tends to be more high. Another factor is habit. So if the consumer is addictive or habitual to particular product, he can't shift his demand to another commodity. So in this scenario, the elasticity of demand will be less. The elasticity of demand will be less, and we can say the demand for a commodity is inelastic or less, relatively inelastic. Then nature of commodities. So if the commodity is of necessity nature, if the commodity is a necessary good, in that case, consumers' demand will be inelastic because they need to buy that product out of necessity irrespective of change in its price. But in case of products which are of comfort or luxurious use, its demand will be highly elastic because if in the case of increase in price, consumer can sacrifice or stop using those comfort and luxurious goods. Therefore, in case of comfort and luxurious goods, demand will be elastic. In case of necessity goods, demand will be inelastic. Various uses. अगर किसी commodity के uses multiple हैं, तो उसकी जो demand है वो elastic होगी. कैसे? Consumers may give away some of the uses in the case of increase in price. So अगर price increase होता है consumer सोचेगा कोई बात नहीं हम उसको more important uses में लगाते हैं और जो XYZ uses कर रहे थे जो less important थे उससे उसको हटा देते हैं और therefore वो कम quantity purchase करेगा अगर कम quantity purchase करेगा तो obviously responsiveness of demand to the change in price will be high and therefore demand will be elastic. Postponing consumption is also one of the factors affecting the price elasticity. Suppose if the demand for a commodity whose consumption can be postponed, in that case it will be elastic. अगर किसी commodity का प्राइस इंक्रीज हो रहा है एंड कंज्यूमर के पास ये ऑप्शन है कि उसे अभी ना परचेज करके एक साल बाद परचेज करे जब उसका प्राइस कम होगा, इन दैट सिनेरियो उसका प्राइस इलास्टिक होगा क्योंकि रिस्पॉन्स जो आज कंज्यूमर करेगा प्राइस चेंज पे वो हाई होगा। अब हम आते हैं सेकंड तरह की इलास्टिसिटी। वी हैव रेड प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड कितने तरह की होती है, क्या क्या फैक्टर्स होते हैं अफेक्टिंग प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी। अब हम बढ़ते हैं इनकम इलास्टिसिटी। सो मैंने पहले भी एक्सप्लेन किया, इफ द चेंज इन अ क्वांटिटी with respect to change in income is measured, it will be income elasticity. But इस केस में भी हम other determinants remaining constant लिख रहे हैं। इस केस में other determinants क्या होंगे? Price of substitute goods and price of that particular commodity. Percentage change in demand divided by percentage change in income. And we have already understood the way of calculating the percentage changes in case of price elasticity. In those formula, we just need to replace change in price to change in income. अब income elasticity के values कहाँ से कहाँ तक change हो सकती है? ये 5 conditions हैं income elasticity की। If the demand for a commodity falls as income rises, अगर प्राइस किसी कमोडिटी का डिमांड कम हो रहा है जैसे ही कंज्यूमर की इनकम बढ़ रही है, उस केस में इनकम इलास्टिसिटी नेगेटिव में आएगी। अगर चेंज ही नहीं हो रही है डिमांड एज विद द चेंज इन इनकम, उस केस में इलास्टिसिटी जीरो होगी। अगर किसी भी कमोडिटी का क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड का जो प्रोपोर्शन है, चेंज होने का जो प्रोपोर्शन है वो ज्यादा है विद द चेंज इन इनकम, उस सिनेरियो में elasticity will always be greater than 0 and will always be less than 1। अगर वो सेम प्रोपोर्शन में इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं तो इनकम इलास्टिसिटी की वैल्यू 1 आएगी। अगर क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड प्रोपोर्शनेट चेंज इन क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड ज्यादा है, प्रोपोर्शनेट चेंज इन इनकम मतलब थोड़ी सी चेंज इन इनकम से बहुत ज्यादा चेंज इन डिमांड हो रहा है, उस केस में इनकम इलास्टिसिटी विल बी ग्रेटर देन 1। हम समझते हैं क्रॉस इलास्टिसिटी। So cross elasticity, as I've explained earlier also, it is the responsiveness of the demand for a commodity X to the change in price of the commodity Y, and Y and X here are related commodity. Values of cross elasticity, that totally depends upon the type of relation between the products. So if commodity X is perfect substitute of commodity Y, means commodity X and Y are substitute goods, उस केस में क्रॉस इलास्टिसिटी की जो वैल्यू आएगी वो पॉजिटिव आएगी। अगर X और Y टोटली अनरिलेटेड कमोडिटी है, उस केस में उनकी इलास्टिसिटी की वैल्यू जीरो आएगी, क्रॉस इलास्टिसिटी की वैल्यू। और इस कमोडिटी X और Y कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री है, उस केस में क्रॉस इलास्टिसिटी की वैल्यू नेगेटिव आएगी। सो अ क्विक रिकैप, हमने कितनी तरह की इलास्टिसिटी पढ़ी? प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी, इनकम इलास्टिसिटी एंड क्रॉस इलास्टिसिटी। और प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी के कितने टाइप्स पढ़े? 5 टाइप्स: परफेक्टली इलास्टिक डिमांड, परफेक्टली इन इलास्टिक डिमांड, relatively elastic demand, relatively inelastic demand and unitary elastic demand. So perfectly elastic demand है तो price elasticity की value infinite। अगर inelastic है तो price elasticity की value 0। अगर elastic demand है, relatively high elastic demand है, then price elasticity की value will be greater than 1। अगर inelastic demand है, price elasticity की value will be less than 1। और अगर unitary elastic है, means change in demand is equal to change in price, then it will be 1। अब एक और कंसेप्ट होता है डिमांड में, इंक्रीज एंड डिक्रीज इन डिमांड। इंक्रीज इन डिमांड जो होता है वो रिफ्लेक्ट करता है शिफ्ट इन डिमांड पर। उसे हम एक्सप्लेन करते हैं व्हेन द डिमांड चेंजेस नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ चेंज इन प्राइस but because of change in other determinants of demand. Therefore, in that case, there will be either increase and decrease in demand, either increase or decrease in demand. And in this scenario, demand curve will either shift upwards or downwards. So, increase in demand means more demand at a same price. मीन्स अगर डिमांड चेंज होने का जो कॉज है वो प्राइस नहीं है, उस केस में देयर बी शिफ्ट इन डिमांड कर्व एंड उसे हम बोलेंगे इंक्रीज इन डिमांड. लेट्स सी इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ग्राफ. Suppose at price of rupees 60, quantity demanded is 500 units, and if the price remaining constant, quantity demanded increases from 500 to 600 because of the factors other than price. In this case, there will be shift in demand curve. Demand curve will shift from A to B, yeah, D to D1, and therefore it is called an increase in demand. Increase in demand is shown by shift to the right in a demand curve, और decrease in demand show होता है shift to the left in demand curve. So decrease, similarly, a decrease in demand can be due to fall in income, any reason for the decrease in demand irrespective of change in price. Means change in price के अलावा कोई भी reason होगा और डिमांड डिक्रीज हो रही है, उसे बोलते हैं डिक्रीज इन डिमांड. उसके रीजंस क्या हो सकते हैं? कंज्यूमर की इनकम गिर गई, सपोज गुड नॉर्मल है तो, बिकॉज अगर नेसेसरी प्रोडक्ट है या गिफ्ट एंड गुड्स है, उस केस में कंज्यूमर की इनकम अगर गिर रही है तो डिमांड नॉर्मल गुड्स के अलावा जो गुड्स है उनकी डिमांड नेगेटिवली इम्पैक्ट करेगी. So, fall in price of substitute goods or rise in price of complementary goods. These are the factors other than price which influence the demand, and these are the factors which may cause decrease in demand. So, if there is a less demand at the same price, it is called decrease in demand, and it is shown as downward shift in demand curve. Suppose at price 60, 500 units quantity demanded थी, वो 500 चेंज होके 400 यूनिट्स हो गई एंड प्राइस कांस्टेंट है. डिमांड शिफ्ट हुई पॉइंट ए टू बी से एंड डिमांड का शिफ्ट हुआ फ्रॉम डी टू D1 से. सो डिक्रीज इन डिमांड कैन कॉज अ लेफ्टवर्ड शिफ्ट इन डिमांड कर्व. जैसे हमने अभी पढ़ा इंक्रीज एंड डिक्रीज इन डिमांड, वैसे ही होता है एक्सपेंशन एंड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन इन डिमांड. सो एक्सपेंशन एंड कॉन्ट्रैक्शन क्या होता है? जो हमने लॉ ऑफ डिमांड और लॉ ऑफ सप्लाई में पढ़ा. अगर किसी भी कमोडिटी की क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड इंक्रीज हो रही है एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ फॉल इन प्राइस, उसे बोलते हैं एक्सटेंशन इन डिमांड और एक्सपेंशन इन डिमांड. एंड इन केस ऑफ रिवर्स, मतलब अगर उसकी कमोडिटी की डिमांड डिक्रीज हो रही है विद राइज इन प्राइस, उसे बोलते हैं कॉन्ट्रैक्शन इन डिमांड. तो कॉन्ट्रैक्शन इन डिमांड में शिफ्ट नहीं होता है. एक्सपेंशन और कॉन्ट्रैक्शन डिमांड में डिमांड कर्व शिफ्ट नहीं होता है, डिमांड कर्व में शिफ्ट होते हैं. डिमांड कर्व कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है या एक्सपैंड होता है. सो एट अ प्राइस P1, क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड वाज Q1. व्हेन प्राइस रिड्यूस फ्रॉम P1 टू P2, क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड इंक्रीज हो गई Q2 पे. Therefore, there will be a expansion in demand. We'll move downwards to the demand curve. And अगर P1 से P3 हो गई प्राइस, तो क्वांटिटी डिमांडेड कम हो गई Q3 पे. So there will be an upward movement in demand curve along the demand curve, and it will be called as contraction in demand. So thank you students for start preparation. Just subscribe to my channel CS Ab Initio. Thank you so much.